Today I'm just starting off with a lotion and I'm going to apply that all over my face because for such a tutorial you want to make sure that your pores are well filled beforehand, so to speak, so all the face paint and everything doesn't get in. And then I'm also just applying a chapstick to help moisturize my lips. And then I am applying Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer, but you may use any primer of your choice. I'm just applying that all over my face, just to do the same thing as with the lotion. Then I am taking Mod Podge. Don't worry, it is non-toxic and works just fine. And I'm applying it all over half my face, making sure to keep a clean line down the center. And if you were going to wear this to an actual party or out and about and your neck is going to be showing, I do recommend going all the way down on half your neck also. I'm just applying that all over my face. Well, half my face. Then I'm applying pieces of thinner toilet paper. Just putting that right over wherever there is the Mod Podge, or if you want to use liquid latex and be a bit more professional than I am. Now, I don't want this to be too thick over most of my face, just enough to kind of give that burnt, wavy effect, which doing this technique gets that pretty perfectly. And then wherever I've applied it, I make sure to go over with a bit more Mod Podge around the edges to just smooth the edges together. Because you want your skin to look rough, but you don't want edges of the toilet or tissue paper, whatever you prefer. You don't want the edges to be showing. I'm just going all over that again with the Mod Podge, like I said, and making sure that I've got the nice line down the center. And then, after that is dried, I'm going to apply a second layer, just concentrating on the area around the mouth. For this look, I feel that most of the half of the face does not need too thick of a layer. Then after applying that Mod Podge, I am once again applying the toilet paper. Then I'm using Mod Podge to smooth out the edges just like before. Now, I use Professional Cream Makeup, which is just a pretty cheap brand, and using the white one, I mixed in some blue eyeshadows. Obviously, if you have a blue one, that is going to be easier, but I'm just applying that right over that whole side of my face, making sure to keep that line down the middle nice and clean. Now, you do have to be careful that you don't get too many tears, but when you brush it on, like in a brushing motion obviously, you can cause small rips, which is not necessarily a bad thing if you don't get too many, because that adds more texture that we can use later. But if you pat it in, it helps prevent the ripping. Like right there, I'm creating a rip because I think at least having one kind of adds to it. Just make sure to blend it out over your ears and everything. Then taking a dark blue shadow, I am using Evidence from Urban Decay. I'm just applying that all over and around my eye, just to give more of that blue appearance and kind of a more sunken in and hollow look. And then in that little rip that I've created, I'm applying some of that eyeshadow in just any of the rips that you end up creating. Just apply some of that eyeshadow in there. Then, taking a blue mascara, I'm using Rimmel London's Extra Pop Lash in Pop Turquoise. Just apply that right over your brows and then on your lower lash line. Then, applying a black mascara, I'm using Black Radiance Lash Lengthening. Just applying that without curling my lashes to the top lashes. Then going in with my NYX Kohl Kajal black liner, I am just tight lining my eyes to add even more of that darkness. Then using eyebrow scissors, I am cutting a slit around my mouth. I'm just going to be folding back the edges of that to create the mouth effect with the showing teeth and the curled lips. Then I'm applying a bit more Mod Podge just right there to help glue back the edges. Then using some more of that white cream face paint, with the small brush I am applying that in that whole area and going right over my lips and making sure to get rid of any of that excess chapstick that was on there. I'm just going to once again doing a very clean line down the center. I am going to just fill that all in. Then using Pixie's Endless Silky Eye Pen in Pearl Oyster, I can't remember, but I'm just applying that on the other eye to the inner corner, because for the Harvey Dent human side of the face, I did it very simple And then I am using Rimmel's Clean Finish Foundation. Now, the foundations that I'm using are darker than my natural skin tone, which doesn't really matter in this situation because I have an overabundance of foundations that are not my skin tone, and so I just kind of try to use them whenever I can. Then I am using a CoverGirl powder foundation, and I'm applying that right over that just to mattify everything and help it stay longer, because if you're going to be wearing this out to a party or wherever, you're going to want it to stay as best as it can. You don't want to have to touch it up a lot. Then using NYC's bronzing powder, I'm just going to contour my cheeks a bit. Then going in with the NARS Multiple and Orgasm, going to apply that to my cheeks and blend it out. I feel like that's just a good color for everyone and businessy, I guess. Then I am curling my lashes and applying L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes Mascara. And then I am applying Almay's liquid liner in Black Pearl and creating a slight wing, because I wanted to keep this simple and kind of businessy. You can do really whatever you want on this side of the face, but this is just what I prefer because Harvey Dent is a businessman, and so we want that to carry over to that side of the face as a businesswoman for this female version. Then using Lime Crime's Carousel Gloss in Cherry on top, going to be applying that to the other half of my lips. It's just a very power color, which I feel is something that a businesswoman would definitely wear. And because it's a cool tone pink, it kind of goes with the blue half of the face. And now the white teeth area should have dried, and I'm applying a light fleshy bubblegum pink eyeshadow along the edges of that to kind of create the appearance of gums. Then I am going in with a lighter brown, which is from my Chloe Cardazzle palette, and I am beginning to sketch out the shape of teeth. And don't worry if you don't think you're going to be good at this. I'm definitely not very good at this, and it still managed to turn out fairly well. Then using a matte black shadow, I am just outlining the tops of that a little bit more, just to keep adding dimension. That's kind of what these teeth are all about, just adding dimension and just keep adding colors until it looks just how you want it. Then using a dark cool tone brown shadow, I'm going in and I'm darkening the lip area and the line between teeth, and I'm just continuing to sketch that out, and then using the black eye pencil from earlier, I am sketching it out even more. Then taking that same blue shadow from earlier, I am applying that over the lip curl that I have made. And that's it, you're done.